everyone, it's Alexis here and welcome back to my florist YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to take a flower order over the phone. This is going to be good for retail florists. So I know we have Mother's Day coming up, the big holiday. I'm a little nervous myself, don't worry, but hopefully by the end of today's video, you will learn how to take a flower order over the phone. This is going to be good for any occasion, whether it be a birthday, a get well, an anniversary arrangement. And this is just really good to make sure that you are asking the right questions in order to make the maximum amount of money here, guys. So definitely make sure you stick and watch the whole video through. I'm going to be covering some of my key tips on how to take a really good flower order over the phone. My first tip for you guys is to make sure that you have some sort of like database system to keep all of your customers in. You want to make sure you are keeping like a collection of like emails and just like a customer file. So I recommend finding some type of like data system that you can use to take and sort your orders in. So the flower shop that I work at, we use AmeriCommerce, and that is just like the e-commerce system that we use to take and track all of our orders in. Me personally, I don't love it. I feel like there are better options out there, but we've just been using it for so long. When taking a flower order, you want to make sure you're asking a series of important questions. So I'm going to leave like a retail florist questionnaire, and it's going to give you guys like the basic outline on how to essentially take a flower order over the phone. So you can find all that information in the description box below. Ring, ring, ring. The phone's ringing, guys. Oh my gosh, it's time to take a flower order. So the first thing you're going to do when you pick up this phone is you're going to ask, hello, this is such and such flower shop. How can I help you? They're going to say, hi, I'm looking to place a flower order. You're then going to want to ask your customer some key questions. I just like to get some basic information, like their first and last name, their email so I can send them a receipt, their phone number, their billing address for their card information. And then once I am done asking some basic information about the customer, I then like to ask some information about the recipient. This is the most important part. You want to make sure you have the correct information for the recipient, so that way when your delivery driver goes to deliver it, they're delivering it to the right person. So when you are done getting the customer information, ask some information about the recipient. Similar kinds of questions, guys, like what is the recipient's first and last name, their address. If this is going to a business, you want to make sure you get the name of the business. Any apartment numbers or complex information, you definitely want to write that down. Lastly, you definitely want to make sure you have the recipient's phone number. It's important that when your driver gets there to make sure that they are in contact with the recipient, whether that be a phone call to let them know that, hey, you just got a flower delivery, I want to drop this off. Or if they can't find the building, you want to make sure you have contact with the recipient. So I always make sure to ask for the phone number. Now, next, guys, you're going to want to ask for the card message. Now, I know some people just jump straight into asking like, what kind of arrangement do you want? But for me, I found that when I ask what do they want to say on the card message, it kind of helps me gauge and figure out the type of occasion. Once I figure out the occasion, then I can recommend flower arrangements to fit that occasion. So as soon as you're done asking the recipient information, you're going to want to ask for the card message. So, hello, sir. Yes, what would you like to say for the card message? They're going to give you a little blurb. I tell people to keep it no more than like 1 to 2 sentences. It really shouldn't be a novel, guys. Once you have the card message, you're then able to gauge what kind of occasion this flower arrangement is for. So if this is for a birthday, I'm then going to suggest birthday flower arrangements that are just bright, cheerful, something a little more fun, rather than if this was like a sympathy arrangement, I would do something a little more muted, soft. So just something to think about, guys. But yes, so once you get the card information, like the card message information, you're then going to want to see like what kind of arrangement they want. So you can ask this question simply by saying, do you have an arrangement in mind, or would you like a suggestion? At that point, the customer may have an arrangement that they saw online that they want to pick from your catalog and that they just want to order, or they may ask for a suggestion. If they see something online that they want, say, okay, would you like this arrangement as shown, or would you like to upgrade it to a premium or a deluxe? So the benefit of asking if they want to upgrade their arrangement is, you get a more fuller all-around arrangement with more premium flowers. So the premium flowers can be the flowers shown in the picture. So if you're looking at an arrangement that has lots of types of roses and lilies or something like that, you can say, the more premium version of that arrangement will have more lilies in it, will have more roses in it. It'll be a larger, more fuller arrangement if you were to upgrade. So that's just a really simple way you can kind of slide in, do you want the upgraded arrangement, rather than just straight up saying oh, it'll be a $20 upgrade. So it makes the customer feel like they're getting more out of it rather than you're just soaking them out for money. If they don't have an arrangement in mind, this is where you're going to have to use some of your sales skills. So I always like to start at the highest price point. Just because you wouldn't spend $200 on an arrangement doesn't mean that Larry won't spend $200 on an arrangement. You see, guys, you have to stop selling things as if you were buying them. So not everyone is in the same financial boat as you. Not everyone has the same financial mindset, is in the same financial place. When I'm selling my flower arrangements to people, rather than talking about the price, I like to talk about where it's going. When you go back to that question, do you have a gift in mind, or would you like a suggestion? You can simply say, hey, this is going to be in our 10-inch vase. This is good for a dining room table. This is a very full arrangement, very show-stopping, and this typically runs in the 150 to 250 range. We have our next size down, which is our medium vase. This comes in our 8-inch vase. This is good for a coffee table. This is still a beautiful show-stopping arrangement, but just a little smaller, so something that you can see over. And last but not least, we have our small vase arrangement, which typically comes in a mason jar. This is good for a desk or an end table. Now again, guys, these prices and just the wording and all that, you're gonna have to adjust that based on the area that you live in, the type of business that you're running, it really all depends. So don't use my script to the T, make sure you're adjusting these prices and, saying the right things based on your business. But that is just how I personally like to do that. Once you're done picking the arrangement, this is the perfect time to start suggesting add-ons. So add-ons can be anything additional to the flowers. This can be chocolates, cupcakes, cookies, teddy bears, balloons, whatever you want it to be, you can make an add-on out of it. So at the flower shop that I work at, those are just some of the add-ons that we offer. So if this is a birthday arrangement, I can say something oh, would you like to add on a birthday balloon to that bouquet? If the customer says yes, that's an additional $5 we just made off that order just by me suggesting the balloon. So definitely, once they pick the flowers, always suggest add-ons to add on to that arrangement based on the occasion. With that being said, you do not always have to provide all these add-ons. I am a big advocate on reaching out to your community and asking for help. So at the flower shop that I work at, we don't really provide any of the add-ons. We source our add-ons from everyone. So we get cupcakes from the local bakery that's in town. We get chocolates from the chocolate place that's in town. We get candies from the candy place. We're always grabbing things from everyone else and then also promoting those businesses as well with adding a business card to that add-on, or just, always trying to give back to the community. So this is something that I am a huge advocate on. I definitely think that, just we as business owners and just people in business always think that we have to do everything ourselves, but that's not the case at all. You can definitely reach out to your community, get help, and see what they offer. So now that you've gotten all the information you need, the last piece of information you need is the most important information, but that is the card information. So that's going to be your credit or debit information. It's important you get paid before you send out the arrangement. You don't want to be chasing people down for money after you already did a service. It's important that no matter what service you do, you're always getting paid before you actually execute the plan. Again, guys, don't forget to click the link in the description box below. That is going to take you to my website. There you can download the questionnaire worksheet for retail florists to make sure you are asking the right questions over the phone to your clients. In next week's video, I've got a fun video planned, so I'm going to share with you guys my go-to arrangements as a retail florist. I'm going to share the formulas that I use to make these arrangements and just kind of show you guys like how I use like everyday flowers but kind of put like a little bit of a modern twist to them. So I will say, like, you know, being a retail florist, it is kind of hard to create like that Pinterest bouquet look, that whole Pinterest centerpiece, Pinterest vase, anything Pinteresty is really hard to create using retail flowers. So typically when you're working with retail flowers, you know, you're working with longer lasting blooms. So you're not really working with that ranunculus, that anemone, that garden rose. You're working with button mums, daisies, like standard roses, not cute, fun flowers. So in next week's video, I'm going to show you guys how I use everyday flowers as a retail florist to create beautiful modern day designs. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you like this video so that way I know to make more content around these types of topics. Follow me on Instagram @flowersbyalexis, and I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye!